Alright, what is going on YouTube? I'm back with another video. So, I have mentioned a few days ago that I will be campaigning for Mikal Bridges to be an all-star, as I said a few days ago. I think my record, I think I'm starting to remember my record now. I think it's either 4 or 5-2. I think the only two players that I got wrong that should have been an all-star was Colin Sexton and John Collins. So hopefully, I think pretty much I got everybody else right. Darius Garland, DeMar DeRozan, a few all-stars seasons ago. Brandon Ingram that I already mentioned. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that's 5. And I think someone else. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, Bam. I forgot. I keep on forgetting Bam was I campaigned for Bam to be an all-star. I think I forget about him because he hasn't been the Bam that he was in his all-star form. But anyway, I'm definitely trying to make it 6 for this year. So, as I mentioned before, man, Mikal Bridges, this guy is something special, man. He really is. Against my Chicago Bulls, unfortunately. I really got to say something about my Chicago Bulls, man, but maybe that's for another video. So, in a game-clinching win with the Brooklyn Nets, Mikal Bridges has, averaged around 20 points. Around 3 assists, 2 rebounds, good 3-point percentage at 37%, and his field goal percentage is at 47%. In a 109-107 victory against my Chicago Bulls. I mean, what can I say, man? This guy is just real. This guy is just a star in the making, man. Mikal Bridges is on the rise, and I really can't wait to see where his career is gonna go as far as him thriving in the Brooklyn Nets, man. I think I've mentioned this before in my last video on him, but if not, this was an amazing trade that both the Brooklyn Nets and the Phoenix Suns have made, despite who the GM is. You know, I'm not going to get into that, but yeah, man, I do wish that one thing I do want to see Mikal Bridges in more often, and I think it's only been just a few games, but I would like to see him be that defensive player that he was just last year, or was it two seasons ago? No, I think it was 2 seasons ago when he was still in Phoenix. That all defensive team. I think it was first team actually too. I mean, what else can I say, man? This guy has been averaging, let me see. All right. So as far as a few games have gone, Mikal Bridges has averaged around 21 points a game. 4 assists a game. That's amazing. And 5 total rebounds on 55 efficiency field goal and 33% 3-point percentage. Oh, and around 49% field goal percentage as well. Yeah, man. So, I mean, like I said before, this guy, he's an amazing young talent, man. I'm surprised that nobody, or at least not that many basketball fans like myself and most of you guys, aren't really paying attention to the Brooklyn Nets as much, this guy, I mean, the fact that his arm length is so, how can I say this without trying to be all weird about it? His arm length is just, as far as defensively, has been tremendous. I can definitely see him getting more steals I think he averages around what? Yeah, actually he has around 1 steal a game, and I think 0.2 blocks, as from what it says. Pretty good. He has been getting a lot of turnovers, 2.2 turnovers, but I think he can lessen that. But yeah, man, what can I say? This guy, what else can I say about this guy, man? I mean, I can definitely see him taking this team to the playoffs. I think as of right now, let me see what their record is. Their record right now is 3-2. Oh shit, and they're actually third in the Eastern Conference. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good so far, but it's not going to be good. This is just the beginning of the season. I would like them to keep that seeding in the top seed, so hopefully they won't have to fall into the play-in tournament. But yeah, man, this is amazing from what this guy can do as the number one option. And it's kind of crazy too how I think it's crazy how we see these diamonds in the rough that we once saw as role players. Jalen Brunson, just a few seasons ago, we saw him just as a role player. When he went to the Knicks, most of us were just, including myself, were just brushing it off the shoulder and think, the Knicks, that was a horrible-ass signing. And look where he's at now. He was almost an all-star, as a matter of fact, even last year, So guys like him, guys like, Mikal Bridges, Tyrese Maxey, another guy who, I think if everything goes well, if Tyrese Maxey should be an all-star this season if he keeps it up. Him and maybe Jordan Poole. Just maybe Jordan Poole. But yeah, man, it's crazy that how we see these role players that are just diamonds in the roughs, and when they have their own team, they're amazing offensive. They're just amazing offensive players, and as far as Mikal Bridges go, he's an amazing defensive player as well. I think if he just maybe puts the pieces together and it's clear that he's the number one option, right? So I think if he just puts everything together, the Brooklyn Nets should be just fine, man. I can go as far as to say that this young Brooklyn Nets team that we're seeing right now is better than the one that we saw in 2019 with D'Angelo Russell, D'Angelo Russell, Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, Joe Harris, or Joe Buckets as he once called. I can go as far as to saying that. Let me check something real quick before I end this video. So according to Basketball Reference, they are projecting Mikal Bridges with 18 points a game, 7 blocks, 0.7 blocks, 1.1 steal, 3 assists a game, and around 4 total rebounds. So I think as far as right now, he's exceeding those expectations. I do expect him to keep the averages up. Maybe the turnovers a little bit up as well, but hopefully he doesn't get into that turnover-y prone type of guy like we see in, Trae Young, Jaylen Brown, and of course the Emperor in LA. The one that wears 23. But I think that's about it, man. But yeah, tell me what you guys think.